Alright, stream is up. Data is transmitting. A-OK. Alright, everything looks to be good again. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you. You're coming through loud and clear. No robotiness, no nothing.
Alright, well, sorry about that, folks. Comcast decided to be a major, colossal fucking asshole. And not being capable of, managing their own fucking shit. But, we're live again. So, left off, where'd we leave off? Right, submitting the review. This review says fuck you. Right.
Pretty sure you can't do that, but...
Yep. I can't. But, I can read this first chapter out loud.
Oh, that's brave.
Yeah. It's a never before seen event that shall occur.
I just meant you're brave, it would take a lot more money than what we're making right now to get me to touch that.
Indeed. Anyway, Chapter 1, Homecoming. Are you sure about this, Levy? Jet asked. What is with these fucking commas? As the trio made their way down the street of Magnolia, everyone
This person
else...
just doesn't understand commas.
It's just a lot of fucking commas. Everyone else had gone home and the street was all but empty. Don't you think it would be better if you stayed with Lackey in girls' dorm? Droy added in an uneasy expression on his face. Apparently the girls get free
dorms.
Yeah. It's fine, because as long as we're together, no one will stop us, Levy replied with a smile on her face. You're right, Levy, Jet replied. I'm always right, Levy said, as they continued...
Ah, stop that! Author!
Why is there a comma after said?
That's not even the biggest problem. Jet said. Levy said. Let's see. Jet asked. Droy added.
Levy replied.
Levy replied. Jet replied. Levy said.
Yes. Unaware of the pair of cold and calculating red eyes that watched them from above a rooftop. The light from the moon eventually revealed the figure to be none other than Gajeel Red Fox.
Is that really his last name?
No, that's not his last name.
I was gonna say, I gotta check that.
Oh no, are you gonna fucking tell me that Gajeel is somehow related to Naruto and he took upon the name Red Fox?
No. According to the official wiki, that is actually his last name.
Well, color me fucking surprised then.
Yeah, no,
Were his eyes really red?
Based on what I'm seeing right here, none of this looks red. They look black.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, there is a gif where his eyes are red, and it's him doing the Iron Dragon's roar. Granted, he's covered in the iron skin at that point, but yeah. Red eyes, check.
Alright. He then dropped down from the rooftop and at great speeds charged towards Team Shadow Gear. This is the assault scene.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the assault scene. I'm back, by the way. I got my ice.
Cool. Coo, silly little girl. You and your team of weaklings deserved to be erased. Gajil mocked.
No.
What is with these fucking commas? No, I'm not even saying after the dialogue. Like, what the fuck is with the comma? Gajil mocked, comma. As he ran faster towards them is not its own separate sentence.
Yeah.
Iron Pillar, Gajil exclaimed, comma, as he launched an attack that was aimed for Jet.
Guys, whoever's still watching this, I know we've gone on about this, but you're seeing this. This is actually infuriating.
Don't worry, Levy. Jet was cut off from finishing his speech. Holy shit, proper comma usage. When an iron pillar shot forward and smacked him in the face, sending him crashing into a nearby wall.
Okay, hold on. Let's just... Because I know we have to nitpick this, because everything here needs to be nitpicked. Yeah. Let's just rewrite this sentence to be an actually decent fight scene.
Jet was smashed in the face with an iron pillar. Move on.
Yeah. Done. Look at that, guys. We've done it. That's... Let's see. Jet was smashed in the face with an iron pillar. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say that's 10 less words, 15 less words than what this guy uses.
In the manga, it was very much a hasty affair.
You know,
right.
That comma is still in the wrong place.
Oh, I know.
Like, at least it's not an exclamation quotation comma. I'm not gonna lie, I would have gotten a good chuckle out of comma, quotation comma, but it still would have pissed me off.
You bastards, blah blah, uses magic, didn't phase him, iron saw, all you got, iron dragon scales, pathetic, watching fear as they decimated, fairy tale inferior to the guild, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna actually read shit when I come across something particularly galling. Large town. Yeah, we all know this. We've all gotten up to this point in Fairy Tail, at least.
Yeah.
Beloved is missing. Need bigger breasts, followed by girl's emblem of Phantom Lord inked on her abdomen. Now, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hold on? Okay, wait. You need to mature more. Where are you? Like
the next day.
Oh, good God.
As they come across the bodies impaled onto the tree with metal shackles. Levy is missing this shirt from her chest and need bigger breasts, comma, followed by guild emblem of Phantom Lord inked on her abdomen, end parentheses.
Yeah, I see that now.
Not be in parentheses unless...
There is so much wrong with this.
There really shouldn't be parentheses. Like,
no, there really shouldn't.
Also, that didn't happen in the show.
I know.
Gajil was a piece of shit when he first introduced, but his character arc was interesting enough to be like, oh, no wonder he's a piece of shit. He had it kind of hard.
Yeah,
cool.
And then
but he was never this kind of piece of shit.
Yeah.
Why am I gesturing at my phone? You people can't see this.
What do you say? It's also important to note that despite the fact that he did come off as a giant tool in the Phantom Lord arc where he's introduced, it was important to note that he was not an irredeemable tool, so that when he was redeemed and shown the meaning of Ohana,
he was actually kind of cool.
Better.
He was actually
because
a pretty
Ohana
good character.
means family and you never leave family behind.
Yes, exactly. There you go, people. Write a Fairy Tail Lilo and Stitch crossover.
That would be excellent.
Only if it's done well.
The fiery aura sprung up around the riled up Dragon Slayer. Okay. Death of the perpetrator. Ward, frightened magical aura, everyone walk aside. Makarov is the scene of crime. Resplendently in his full mage outfit as compared to...
There we go! Guys, it's the one big word the author knows. Let's clap.
Which word?
Resplendently.
No, it's not big enough. It's not worthy of a clap.
Entire body shuddered, repressed emotions, covered his face, wrecking your girl one thing. This means war. Get them off the tree. I mean, see, here's my confusion with this. Why is this scene here?
Oh, you mean just this rehashing?
Yeah, well, why is it there? Unless, when you are writing fan fiction, there is zero purpose to rehashing something unless there is something different with it. Like, if you're going to write a story, take Naruto for example. So, say you write a story where Naruto takes Kakashi's advice of, doesn't take Kakashi's advice of not eating anything and decides to eat something before training on the first for the initiation day, right? You don't need to tell us that, you know, they waited for 3 hours and and then the introduction occurs with all the characters. We don't need to know everything that happened before. You can start the story at Naruto walking home, and it's like, you know, remembering what Kakashi said, and then him being like, no, screw him, I'm gonna eat food. And that's where you can start the story, because that's where things are different. And before that, everything's canon. Nothing changed. Why would we reread something that we already know if nothing is different? Like, there serves no purpose to write
here's the
a
thing.
rehash.
There is one thing you can do with the rehashes. This is something I considered with the story I did a long time ago. It was a crossover for Invis and Halo.
Yep.
I was considering rehashing events with a butterfly effect from over Cole's shoulder.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can rehash things going from a new character's perspective.
Oh yeah, no,
but you have to include the butterflies.
That's what I'm saying though.
This is not done from a new character's point of view. There are no butterflies that we can see,
I mean,
aside from Gajil being a massive perv.
I mean, you could even do it from this point of view. Like, if they had done this scene, and had them mention they thought Levi trailed off, thinking she saw something for a second, and then moved on. And then you could have had it later come out that Naruto was watching the whole thing happen from the rooftops. That's different. That's offering something to the rehash to make it not just a rehash.
You have to make it something different that either changes the scene entirely. It's got to be relevant in some way.
If you feel like doing a rehash, then do at most like a paragraph of rehash. Like, let's say you want to have a scene.
This event happened. Moving on.
Yeah. Like, you want to cross over something with Naruto, and you want it to happen right after the Zabuza fight. Sure. You can start with the very end of the Zabuza fight. And then move forward from there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so far we've gotten, taking all of this together, 4 paragraphs. No, probably closer to 5 paragraphs of just rehash, which everybody is already familiar with because they've probably watched the show past this point.
I hope everyone's okay. Groceries home. Looked up. Again, raining. What I need. Drip, drip, drip. Confused look. Was it enjoyable? Take care. What's your deal? Non.
This is all just the exact same. It is the exact fucking same.
Soul of the Mountain Form, is your soul. You're with Phantom, you have a Rain Woman, followed Great Sea, you attack Levy. That literally nothing changed here. Meanwhile, Phantom Lord, blah, 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 but also attacked and hung up 3 other guild members. Fairies, thrashing, boom, we are Fairy Tale, Good Jill, Red Fox, get down here now, Purple Net, Wakaba, Smoke Rush, blah, blah, blah. Zach Grand, Sniper Rifle. I do find that hilarious that her magical abilities are Sniper Rifle.
Hey, dude, it's not just magical ability Sniper Rifle. It's magical ability Sniper Rifle that I can pull out whenever I want.
That's my point.
Imagine how much easier that
my
would...
magical ability is Sniper Rifle. You fucking what?
Yeah,
Not fire, not chains or ink or Sniper Rifle.
Yeah, the gun, the gun-toting pair. I love that. Like, this is a world that's so vast in magic. We even have gun magic. But you already have a gun. Why do you need magic for it?
It's just like.
But here's the thing. Can you imagine you're playing Halo and you're on and you're on like I'm trying to think.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing it. I'm not making fun of it either. It's just like. Oh, you know.
I love it. It's a great idea.
Fire aligned. I'm a fire aligned mage. Oh, I'm an explosion mage. What kind of mage are you? I'm a sniper rifle mage. No, not even gun mage, because she can only use a sniper rifle.
We've only seen her.
I'm a sniper rifle mage. You fucking what? Do you mean you just shoot people? Well, yeah, but I can have it whatever.
Sneaky, somewhere off in another universe, Linda is swooning.
But it's just like, yeah, my special power is sniper rifle. That's not exactly a special power. Fuck you.
Several days later, from over 2 miles away, the ground, fuck you, is suddenly burned into the ground.
What's your special power then? Oh, my special power is double revolvers. That's not a special power!
Excuse me. Imagine how much cooler Ocelot's revolver tricks would be if he could summon and dismiss them at will.
I know. It's just like...
Those bees wouldn't have stood a chance.
Here everyone is... throwing out fucking magic, or, like, making runes appear in midair,
or causing explosions, or animating puppets, or breathing
summoning
fire.
eldritch abominations in the shape of humanoids, growing your body to titanic heights, or summoning armor and weapons out of a mystical
turning yourself
space.
Into a monster.
Yeah, or... Your special power. I have a sniper rifle. Oh, hi Goon 1. What's your special power? I have 2 revolvers. Hi Goon 2. Like, I get they have magic revolving around the weapons, but it's just like...
No, I hear you, but on the other hand, Max, imagine how much cooler North Dakota would be if his sniper rifles were magic.
And they might as well be already.
I know, but like if they were...
All I'm saying, it's a guild hall filled with wizards and sorcerers, but then you have that 2 fucking rangers in the back who are just like, yeah, we belong here.
You know what? In all honesty, now I want to see an RVB crossover where North Dakota just learns about magic sniper rifles.
She just summons a sniper rifle from the air. How did you do that?
Blue
Teach me. Teach me now.
Times Fairy Tale. Linda and Bisca.
No, Linda, Bisca, and North Dakota. The sniper rifle enthusiasts.
Red versus Blue Tail. Wow, so original. Much wow. There is 2 stories for Fairy Tale and Red versus Blue.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, real quick, you could have been a lot more creative with a name like Fairy versus Tail or something. That's more creative than Red versus Blue. Come on now.
At least it
Or, I
wasn't
don't
Hunter
know.
times Hunter.
Yeah. I wonder. I wonder if members of Blue Team would immediately start shooting at Erza because she's got red hair.
Fairy Scars. The director has brought in a new agent to Project Freelancer, cloaked in the past filled with scars and betrayal. Now CT really wants to know more about her and figure out the feelings she's starting to have. Lucy times Carolina CT and South.
Think. I don't know what to think. No. Lucy is so upbeat, though.
I was gonna say,
but betrayal and edgy OC.
I was gonna say, first off, Lucy is
But then she's
super
not
upbeat.
Lucy!
Project Freelancer, Agents of Fior. One fateful day, Lucy finds out that those you trust aren't trustworthy. Betrayed by her family, Lucy, Wendy, Erza, Happy, and Carla must go on a journey to help those still trapped at Fairy Tale. With the help of a group of mysterious super soldiers, will they be able to survive?
Alright, that's it. We need to write our fanfiction, if only so that there's a decent, happy, upbeat fanfiction in that section. And it's just going to be about North Dakota and Linda learning how to use magic sniper rifles.
What the obsession is with betrayal fics. Like, I honestly cannot fathom why nearly every crossover that is cliched is Naruto was fine, and then he was betrayed by the people he believed in.
Why was he betrayed? No reason. Plot reasons.
Literally, this will never be brought up again, besides in the summary and probably the first half of the chapter. But he was betrayed, and he felt betrayed, and then he never came back.
Yeah, like I'm saying, you know what? We'll just have a scene where North Dakota sees a woman summoning magical sniper rifles, and he falls immediately in love.
My angel, my savior. Maine thought he was dead, finally going to die and pay for his sins. But he didn't suspect to be transported to another world or be saved by a beautiful angel with brown eyes. Lucy times Meta.
No! No! No!
Some characters like Meta will be out of character. But I still love this story.
Good for you, buddy.
Oh, okay,
but
look. Look, if you were actually going to write that could actually be a pretty fascinating story.
Yeah.
With the upbeat and cheerfulness and happiness of all of Fairy Tale pulling Maine out of his darkness. That would actually be fascinating. But you had to go and ruin it.
Got your Kingdom Hearts in your ass.
But so I skipped a little bit ahead.
That's a thing we need to do now, Max. For the training session between Havel and Sasuke, kid, I'm about to beat the angst out of you.
I think we already did something like that, but we said I'm gonna beat the bitch out of you.
That too. No, that could just be a recurring theme. Is every single time they go into training, Havel says he's gonna beat another attribute out of him.
Anyways, so I read a little bit ahead. It looks like they did slightly change some of the back and forth between Makarov and Jose, the guy in charge of the Phantom Guild.
Oh, good.
I actually like this. Blah, blah, blah. And besides, I prefer rational victory, said Jose. How about I shove my rational fist up your ass?
Oh, lovely.
Alright, you know what? He's saying that actually sounds like Makarov.
Yeah, it does. I don't remember this happening in the manga or the anime.
No, that
is a much
wish it did.
That is a much more interesting interaction than what I remember it being.
Yeah, with the other one was just something, 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 children, something, 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 family, something, 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 I'll make you pay.
I don't... What? Come and get a taste of the Iron Dragon, Gajeel shouted.
No, I know what he meant there. Gajeel was referring to himself in third person, but honestly, with the way the story goes, it's just
Earthquake, Jose, Makarov. Ho ho ho, I'm still present. Well, but even with the mildly altered dialogue, as far as I can see, it literally changes nothing in terms of plot.
Hang on, I'm reading ahead.
So am I.
Hello, Ice Timer.
Lucy didn't sense him, sorrowful. Magic disappearing, what is this? It's so sorrowful, he started to cry. My magic's being sucked out. Master's beaten. Retreat. No man really retreats. Can still fight. No, you can't. Guild Hall. What a surprise.
There's the Laxus bit. Missed again in Guild Arts.
Natsu went to rescue Lucy. Just in parentheses. Are you fucking
okay,
kidding me?
Snaky. I found where it finally ends. It's like basically the end of the chapter where things are different.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. Yep. Yeah. Erza, re-equip and maintain armor. Erza, no, not him. When a wormhole appeared in front of the blast and absorbed it.
Oh, by the way, there is something going on here where Mira Jane hates Akatsuki's guts for some reason.
Mira Jane, hold up a minute.
No, I know why. It's in the summary. She was told she has to share with OC.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure Mira Jane is physically incapable of hating anyone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We've seen her lose it twice in the show, in the manga, I think. And holy shit, it was actually legitimately terrifying.
Apparently she turned into a demon succubus queen.
And now everything is dying. Good, great, you pissed her off. Good job. You have killed yourself. I hope you're happy.
I could just imagine Makarov over on the right. Good job. Now you've killed yourself. What do you mean? You somehow made Mira Jane angry.
Congratulations.
No one can help you.
I'm impressed. You made her angry.
Like,
I'll send your body to your family.
I think Mira Jane is something like third or fourth strongest in the entire guild.
Yeah.
Like, she's in the top 5. You don't fuck with someone in the top 5 of Fairy Tail, who's known to be one of the strongest guilds, period, among mages.
We have the strongest... We have one of, if not the strongest guild in the magical universe. Oh, that's interesting. Where do you stand? I'm number 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't suppose it's a reverse number system? No, it's not. Oh.
I don't suppose you'll let me leave? Not anymore.
Okay, no, not him. Jose shouted. Everyone in Fairy Tail looked over in shock, seeing the blast was gone and Erza was still standing. Looks like I made it in time, said a mysterious voice, the sound of which made everyone that was outside try to look for a source of the sound. What they saw shocked them beyond comprehension. I don't know why it would shock you beyond comprehension if apparently this dude's in the fucking guild for 4 years or whatever. Man appearing out of another wormhole wearing orange mask with spiral, black cloak, red clouds. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. We all know that general. Black gloves, pants, standard shoes, and white stirrups. Why does he have fucking stirrups?
I didn't even read.
What the fuck is the standard mage shoe?
Wait.
I don't think they had a standard shoe.
They don't.
No.
Mage shoes and white stirrups. Why are they fucking white?
No, seriously.
Okay, hold up. Literally, no.
There's no standard mage shoes, and there's no reason for the stirrup.
The only thing that's common amongst the mages of the guilds is their complete like in terms of dress, the only thing that's common amongst them is the fact
Their
that
stamps.
Yeah.
Their stamps, and the fact that none of them wear it out. Like they just wear whatever. They just go down the street and they're like, this looks cool. Bop, 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 bop. This is my outfit, and I'm gonna wear this every day without ever changing it because I have 7,000 copies of the same outfit.
Yeah, I mean, don't you
Yeah.
know?
At least
He wears
Urza
a
changes
thick
every now
black
and
belt
again.
with armor-like metal plates attached to it. That's a really inefficient way of wearing armor. Everybody was in shock.
No, it depends.
Um,
No, you're right. It's very inefficient. That
yeah,
belt should be falling off.
yeah. Everybody was in shock. Natsu, Erza, and especially Mira, who now had angered look on her face as they saw someone they hadn't seen in 4 years. I can't believe this guy damaged our guild so much. He's gonna play right, Demon-chan, said the man. Don't talk to me, you Teme. Mira shouted. She glared at him. What was that about Demon-chan? Yeah, he's back. Phantom Lord will pay, Natsu shouted as he was jumping up and down like a monkey. So you've returned, Akutsuki said when going to give her name. Couldn't help jaws drop. Man's it was 4 years. Self-mage and member of the S-Class Mages. Cut. Cliffhanger, I can't hold much longer.
No, I'll hold for eternity. It's fine.
You think you're funny, but you're not.
Do we continue with this train wreck or do we move on?
You know what? We've got
this
20 minutes left.
Here we go.
Sneaky, this cliff is my new home.
I'll
chill here.
Excellent. I have received a response from him.
Already.
Yes, in response to my second review, where I said I got cancer from his story.
Oh, good,
please.
that one.
Shaking my head, I can't believe you just wrote that. I have a family member suffering from stage 4 cancer.
We've all had family members suffering from cancer. That's not an excuse, kid.
Yeah, I nearly lost my grandma twice.
And I've lost, like, half my family to it.
Like you say, I've got an uncle who's
going to compare our dicks?
Yeah, what? I'm sorry, people. This is something that should also be noted. This is primarily a channel aimed towards trying to be funny at times. There are certain things we won't broach because we're uncomfortable with them.
I'm not uncomfortable with them. You are.
Oh, yeah, I know, and I've made that
some of us
very
actually
clear.
have decent taste.
I have standards.
Yeah, that's why we're here, because you don't.
Yeah, me and Adam have made it clear. There are certain things we don't want sneaky broaching because we're uncomfortable with them, but there are some things that I will make fun of just to. I was gonna say,
and to be fair, it's not like we've set unreasonable restrictions either. He can take shots at just about anything he pleases, up to and including our religions, because most of the times, it's hilarious.
I'm sure you do. I've lost half my family to it. Are we just going to compare our dicks? I wonder what he's going to respond to with. Alright, so we've decided to move on?
Yeah, like just to say here, like, I've got, my grandfather died from lung cancer. My grandmother almost died from thyroid cancer. My uncle is basically a useless blob because of a stroke. Caused by smoking. Like, everybody's had horrible things happen to their family members. Jokes about cancer
it's
not
a way to rationalize it.
I mean,
that's
part
of that is part of the reason why I do it.
If you are in a first world country, you are practically guaranteed to have a family member that had cancer or died to cancer at some point.
Yeah, Sneaky, but a lot of people turn to comedy to rationalize things.
I know,
part of the reason I'm fine with cancer jokes.
That's not my point, though. My point is, like, you can't be like, oh yeah, well, my parents are divorced. Like, yeah, you and fucking everyone else.
Yeah, congratulations, buddy. You're 1 in a million.
Yeah, you
seriously,
really
you're 1 in like a million people in the same thing.
Like, you can't use cancer. You can't use, like, oh yeah, my grandfather's dead. What now? Yeah. Everyone's grandfathers are probably gonna die.
Yeah,
you can't get mad when someone makes a dead grandfather joke.
Well,
that's what happens.
No, you can, but you shouldn't take offense to it. Like,
I
it's
mean,
when you go out of your way
now, if I
to
was
take
like,
offense to it.
haha, your grandfather's dead, feel free to take offense to it then.
Yeah, you're
But
a
if
piece of
it's
shit
like,
then.
a joke that involved a grandfather being, killed by cancer or something, there is literally no reason to take offense to that.
Yeah. I mean,
plenty of people have had their grandfathers die of cancer.
Sure, it's fucked up.
Look, the best way to put it,
that is fucked
guys,
up, but
the best way to put it is like this: dark humor's like food. Not everyone gets it.
It's true. All I'm saying is, unless your family member was specified in the joke, taking offense to it just makes you look like a fucking moron.
Because first off, granted, what Sneaky said was not a review.
It was not a review. This
it wasn't.
But
it was a story that ended with me telling him that his story was so shit I got cancer.
I was going to say, however, the fact remains that what the guy said was in no way a rebuttal. It sounded like the 5-year-old on the internet trying to get someone to stop being mean to him.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And in that case, sir, come on.
I'm the last person you want to try those tactics on.
Listen, get a sense of humor and grow some fucking skin. Here's the thing.
Really,
I know people don't like
hearing
hearing
this.
this.
To not have it.
People don't like hearing this, but on the internet, you need to have thick skin. There's
no
no such thing as a safe space on the internet. People will try, they will fail. If you put yourself out there,
I mean, and if you go out of your way to make a safe space, there are places on the internet, like 4chan, that will exist for the sole purpose of ruining your safe space.
If you post something on the internet, if you say go on Facebook or go on Twitter or just in general, if you post things on a social section of the internet that people of the internet have access to, you're going to get people, as you would in real life, as if you were shouting in the middle of a public square. You are going to get people that will mock and ridicule you.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure some of us three are going to be mocked and ridiculed for telling the guy that he really shouldn't be taking offense to a joke like that. And I got Izzy. That is well within your rights as a human being.
You can have that opinion.
I just don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so our final story of the day will be Beacon
second
Days.
And final story.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, for those of you that are upset about that, yell at Comcast.
Yeah, blame Comcast.
We've only got 10 minutes until Atin goes.
It's a Ruby story, so I'm sure we can do without him.
I don't want to carry the rubies.
Beacon Days by Red Glitch.
You want to give it to us?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gonna give it to us?
Yeah, right. I put it in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, we don't watch the stream.
I know.
I really need to go back and watch the one I missed, though. Sunshine.
Oh, good! It's John, napping next to his bared sword. That is so irresponsible, John! You're gonna hurt yourself! Look at the author picture. He's just napping with a naked sword by his neck. Oh, you had a bad dream!
Okay. That is... Yeah, actually, now that you mention that...
What is the summary?
Oh no, this is just... I don't even care.
You give John a bloodthirsty, sociopathic, and all-around perversion traits?
I'll tell you what'll happen. Ozpin won't let him stay in his school. That's what'll happen.
Well, that depends on what incarnation of Ozpin they choose. If it's the Ozpin goes, I'm bored, I need entertainment, do it.
See, my main problem, the reason why this story ended up in the Fanfiction Friday section, is I take umbrage with these stories. These kind of stories specifically, where it's like, oh, it's the main character, except it's completely different personality and backstory.
Main character, but not really, lol.
It's John, but instead of being happy, he's a psychopath, and instead of being friendly, he's bloodthirsty, and instead of being a nice, all-around good guy, he's a pervert. Well, then he's not exactly Jean now, is he?
No, like, here's the thing. Okay, take one of those three traits. Pick one. Stamp it on the default John. Then we might have an interesting story
I mean,
with
I
a
would
different
find
John.
a bloodthirsty John
If it
fascinating to
wasn't,
read. If it was done
if it
properly,
wasn't,
I
yeah,
would find that absolutely fascinating to read.
yeah. Well, the issue is that they took everything that makes Sean and replaced it with everything that literally makes anti-Jean. So unless this is Nega Jean, who is not a character in Ruby, I don't want to hear it.
Wait. Does
Wait,
he have a
well,
bad goatee?
wait, hold on. I have
Yeah,
to make sure we
of
have
course
no
he does that.
viewers. Otherwise, that one viewer we have might be someone on Rooster Teeth, and that might be season 5. They have to fight the nega versions of themselves.
I know. So Salem got their pictures. Cool. She's making grim versions of them. Why?
But yeah.
Can we just have a Bleach arc where Sean absorbs his grim version and becomes a Vizard? Can we do
Yes,
that?
indeed. Flawless.
Hey,
10
if
out of
that's
10.
season, if that is season 5,
Actually,
I am
now that you
down.
bring that up, I am somewhat interested to see if anyone's done that.
Uh,
Crossovers.
Bleach and Ruby. There's
Bleach.
got to be at least one. Like
Like,
the
so
soul
they absorb
comparison.
their, like, so they have like a hollow or grim self. Like, I'm kind of interested to see if that's a thing now. Hold on, let me turn on length. More than 5K words.
Also, going back, Aizen, great villain to hate. Good villain to hate.
Indeed.
The serious piece of
The
shit.
Amnesia Swordsman. OC times Ruby. Of course. Raised them, trained them, no longer a one-shot. Dark OC Ichigo. Well, that's not really Ichigo then now, is it? Oh, Ichigo trained Crow, Raven, and Yang. Of course.
Why? Why? Crow and Raven I could see. Why Yang? She's a brawler, not a sword user.
Because
Also,
fuck you,
I
that's
mean,
why.
I will say this though, Atten. That would make a lot of sense as to why Crow looked exactly like Ichigo in that one episode of Volume 4. It was fucking great. Exact same scene.
Oh, God. Silent King, what's worse than being stuck in a new world? Being stuck in a new world while unable to talk. Follow everybody's. Not everybody's. Every bodies. As in plural body.
Oh god, no.
Favorite Prideful Espada as he learned to survive in new world named Remnant.
Why can't anybody ever take anybody that isn't stupid frickin' Grimjow?
Grimjow times Ruby and Crow?
Oh, fuck it. Take Halibel and stick her in Remnant.
What do you say? Can we
Oh,
take one of the?
No,
wait.
Can we please
I
take one
prefer
of the more
Nell.
interesting ones?
Ruby finds baby Nell.
Oh, that would actually be adorable.
That's
Oh my god.
adorable.
That'd be great. Or what was that fucker? Bagon,
Where,
the
where do you
skeleton
go?
lord.
Where do you go to
Oh, yes.
post?
Let's stick him in. He's working with Salem. Go.
Oh, God.
If you say
Oh,
where do you post
God.
challenges? Because really, we should just be posting challenges left, right, and center.
Unfortunately, there is no dedicated challenge form. The best I got is like the Core Arlons form. That's like one of the most active Ruby ones I've seen. That isn't RP.
So fanfiction.net doesn't have like a challenge forum?
It has a
Nope.
form section, and you can make forms for the Ruby and call it the
Yeah.
challenge form. But the main problem is people don't go to fanfiction.net for the forms. They go to fanfiction.net for the fanfiction. And only like really dedicated people who like want to start conversations about something they really enjoy.
Right. I gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, and hell, I posted that one challenge to that forum, and I got like the 2 most active people commenting on it, and then everyone moved the fuck on. So, Reaper Beacon. Okay, Reminisce Primordial. Ishin took Masaki and escaped into World of Living into Remnant, undergoing rewrite. John Forever's and blah blah blah. White Knight Reaper Beacon. Second semester. Ichigo Harem. Of course. Oh, Ichigo times Summer times Team Ruby times Team Juniper.
Well, that's disturbing.
Okay. Huntsman Apprentice. Ichigo is taken as apprentice to Crow. Of course. No. I'm scrolling through all these and I'm
None of them are good.
not seeing that idea anywhere. Which I mean is
Um,
surprising, honestly.
which idea? The
The
Grim version?
Grim, yeah. Yeah. No, that's Hollified Huntsman. Hold on. Grim death will ever be the same, or perhaps the darkness will strike again. Ichigo times Ruby. Isn't Ichigo? Oh, Ichigo's 18 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, depending on when they do it, not actually creepy.
Yeah.
Still,
I mean, if they do it after everything that happened, that'd be incredibly creepy because Ichigo is married to Orihime.
Oh boy. Gotta love these stories. Ruby watches Bleach. Team Ruby is placed in a box from another dimension, and they are forced to watch the show called Bleach.
Alright, guys, here's your box. Get in. I don't want you getting in. I'll admit, I have a bit of a guilty shame, a guilty pleasure in reading React Fix,
Um,
but
I find
I,
properly done React Fix great, as in like, and the like not in Earth the Knight, Earth the Knight, Earth the King did a React Fic of the a really great characterization of the Mass Effect characters react to this one super fucking Gary Stu OC Mass Effect fanfiction. He
yeah,
posted on DeviantArt. Like it was great because he nailed all the Mass Effect characters properly, as opposed to this guy's story where they were basically cardboard cutouts for the Gary Stu OC to fuck.
yeah. Like, there's one author that I follow, and at this point, it is a guilty pleasure. Hang on a
They're
second.
usually written so fucking poorly though. Max?
We're here. We're just sad.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, we'll be done in just a minute.
Sorry. Hang on a second, guys.
I tell them,
Yeah,
text me if you have a question.
Yeah.
And what do? Just barge in.
Guys. Call it a day. Me and Max will finish this up.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm back. Anyways, the author that I follow for React Fix runs a couple different series, but one reason I enjoy it is the writing isn't the greatest. Grammar and whatnot could always use some work, and flow could always be better. But they also try and do little, tiny fan fiction elements. They have a couple running plot lines and arcs on top of the reaction chapters. So they built their own universe within the reaction fic where the characters continued past the point. So what they're reacting to, like, there's one in which Team Ruby reacts to a bunch of things. Team Ruby also reacts to Ruby volumes 1 to 3.
Okay.
Because in his story, they hit a divergence point at which they successfully defeated Cinder in Salem and whatnot. And, so they're continuing up until they're graduating year.
No,
and
no,
they,
I definitely I don't hate React Fix. Is that they're typically done poorly, but
yeah, they need work. Is the only
the key point of a React Fic is to almost perfectly nail the original characters, and then it lets you and to properly characterize them too, as we're trying to do on Arfic and our planned Naruto one is to not make them shackled by the plot. So if their character would think something was stupid and then they do it anyway in the anime or manga or Ruby, the character gets to properly react to that situation and be like, why the hell did I do that? That's stupid. I would never do that. And you get to poke fun at them reacting oddly,
Yeah. Maybe we should start making Fanfiction Fridays podcasts and start uploading to iTunes.
We could. I don't know how to start doing that though.
I'll look into it at some point. But anyways, yeah, no, React Fix do quite well.
Yeah.
It's just because people don't have a better understanding of characterization, they tend to flop.
Yeah, exactly.
And at that, it's not. Listen, I will never tell someone stop being a writer.
Oh, yeah,
I will tell you to go back, review the basics, maybe look at your favorite authors and read through their work. See if you can identify their writing style and how they handle plots and characters.
Even in all the basically flame reviews I leave, I've never told someone to stop writing. I've only ever said, stop writing this story. Because it's
like,
bad. You cannot salvage this.
I will never tell someone to never be a writer. I've said it a couple times jokingly to close friends because it's one of those nitpicks of mine where people will bash a story that they've never read themselves. They're just going off secondhand and third-hand knowledge.
Yeah.
And they also don't understand, like, I have a soft spot for the Blaze Blue story. Blaze Blue's overall plot is actually really strong. It suffers from weak writing.
Yeah.
That is, things don't connect well. Central Fiction and Chrono Phantasma are the best the writing has been because finally I'm not having to jump through a bunch of different character arcade modes to put together a story. But even then, it still suffers from weak writing because there are things that might have been explained in the older games, but the rehash in each game didn't explain it well enough as to why this is this. I tried to explain to this guy, listen, it is a good story. The characters are the best part of it, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But this is why this, and this works. And I can't get to understand, it's not a bad plot. It's bad writing. And a lot of that could be because it was translated from Japanese to English. We lose a lot when translating from any language to another.
It's like the opposite of R.A. Salvatore's Drizzt series. The series has absolutely great writing. Like, the writing style is fantastic. The pacing is typically amazing.
Solid. Yeah, it's real solid. But
the plot is just... You've heard us and our opinions on the Drizzt plot.
Oh, yeah, I started tuning you guys out, but I got the gist of we love the characters and whatnot, but holy shit, where's the story actually going?
We love the characters, but the overarching plot and sometimes even the arcs, like sometimes the arcs are good, but at the end of the overarching plot and some of the arcs are just like, why the fuck is this even happening?
Yeah. And to get back to the original topic, we will never tell someone to stop being a writer.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I want to see more writers. I want to see this person get better. It's when they improve that you start seeing, like, all right, they finally hit their potential. Let's see them go further with it.
See, that is the main thing. This is in every form of art, in that you can only do something so many times before, people get tired of it. But every time you bring in a new person, they bring in a new perspective to an old thing.
Yeah, unless they're a copycat and they don't know better. You get those sometimes. You get those really rigid authors
like
who followed set,
Around.
yeah, which love his work.
Yeah, no,
His
nothing's
stories
wrong with his
have
work.
been
Yeah.
his stories have always been predictable to me because the writing style I've seen.
I mean, like I said before the stream started, I I may not be able to guess his overarching plot sometimes. Obviously, stress relief was blatantly obvious in how it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I think part of it is also you're not as familiar with the Rubyverse as me. That's that's
well,
always one thing with
what do you
predicting
mean?
fan.
Why would that affect my
Well,
ability to predict things?
well, because you don't understand the characters as a whole. Like, here's the thing.
No, no, no. I'm talking about overarching plot when he's talking about him getting headaches and his aura's
Oh,
fluctuating.
from Not This Time Fate.
But I mean
Okay,
that
yeah,
was
okay.
obviously one of the references I was using. But like I understand where he's going in each small arc. I can usually guess what's exactly going to happen, and like even if I don't know the preciseness because I haven't actually seen Ruby, I'm still able to guess the sort of events that might occur.
Oh yeah, but if you were more familiar with the universe, you'd probably have an easier time of doing it as well.
Yeah, of course.
Like
But I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, it could also be that I'm just
but that's what I'm saying. So
doing it
I don't really
better.
know what to make of these overarching plot hints that he's been doing. Like,
They're real fucking subtle. You
no,
want,
no,
you.
I've noticed them all. That's the thing though, is
Oh
I've
no,
noticed them
I
all, and I'm
know.
just like, okay,
But
well,
Sneaky, you want some subtle fucking world building?
uh,
Let me know when you start Forged Destiny.
oh, I already finished reading that. I
Oh, up
loved
to
it.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this
Oh no,
the
no, no, yeah, no,
forums
I
were
love that. Yeah.
fantastic. Like, all right, so which? Okay, he's just mashing a bunch of different RPG systems together.
Oh, I
Oh
noticed.
God.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
guys,
noticed.
how does do?
Um,
Oh
it's
God.
great because it really feels like for him, it when he didn't have to follow the rails of canon like in his other stories, he had a lot more creativity going.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
seems
feeling at
like
least.
it's on. The stories are more fun when he gets off the rails.
Yeah.
The stories are way like Professor Arc is blessed because yeah, all right, canon is still kind of going, but canon is happening over there,
Yeah, this
and
is
we're
yeah.
over here,
Yeah. Yeah,
like stuff like that.
when he has to follow canon, I think his journalistic experience kicks in and he follows it very rigidly. Not like that he follows what happens in canon, but he follows the trail of canon, I guess you could say, rigidly.
What we're saying is go read Core All Around if you want some good writing.
Yeah, that too. Or Shade Knight. Shade Knight 1, 2, 3, I believe. It's just it's sad that he doesn't post fan fictions anymore, but all of his
Oh,
works are just absolutely fucking
you
fabulous in
you sounded so sad having to admit that.
dude, it is so sad. I, for the life of me, will never be able to guess what happens in his stories. I couldn't even tell what would happen next chapter.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be an interesting reading challenge for me then.
Like, that
I'm
guy
getting
takes the idea of twist and it's just like, lol, this is fucking easy kindergarten shit.
all right. Now we're gonna make it a complex DNA structure.
Fucking DNA
D-
sword.
DNA can't do this, sir. It can now.
But yeah, no, like,
I should do that then, because I'm.
Shade Knight is a master of dropping the subtle hints that lead you in different directions. And then at the end, at the grand finale, you look back on everything in the story and you're like, holy shit, how did I not see this?
I really need to do that because at this point, the only time stories surprise me is if I actively tell myself stop trying to solve the mystery.
Yeah, I'll bring up Shade Knight and Coil around and place it into the YouTube chat. And
yeah. Make sure you put a tagline.
oh
You should
boy,
read
he's got his
guys.
own section. Damn.
Wait, what?
He's got his own TV tropes section.
Who? Shade Knight or Core?
Shade Knight.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this dude's freaking amazing here. Link.
I mean, wasn't he really prevalent when he was still active?
When he was still active, he was massive. Yeah. You know his. Wait, what the fuck? He started posting again, apparently. Nope, never mind. He started posting again and then he stopped. Grim Tidings was his most recent post back in 2015.
What was that story for?
Ruby.
Okay.
Holy shit. Have I really been... How long have I been reading him for? Oh, God. He's written so many stories. The Harsh Truth is when I started reading him. 2012. Holy shit. I was been reading... Fucking goddamn. But yeah, no, he has written a significant amount of completed stories. His early on ones, do get a bit cliche-y, but he makes the twist an art form by the end. If I have to recommend any of his stories, if you want a great laugh and a completely unexpected what the fuck moments, Acolyte of Zero, Familiar of Zero, Warcraft RTS crossover, where Luis summons an acolyte from the game.
Yeah, that can't possibly
And
go wrong.
everything about the acolyte and everything he makes works off of the game mechanics.
So
And
what? He breaks the rules?
no, like he could just stand there and start waving his hands around, and a building will be summoned into existence and shit.
No.
It is fucking so good. And she like has a HUD and everything in the corner of her eye. It tells her how many gold points and wood points and food she has.
Oh my god, she must be so confused.
It is so fucking good.
Poor girl.
But yeah, no, he's got some his later stories mostly are uncomplete are remain uncompleted because in his later stories is where he started actually publishing.
Huh. Well, I mean, at least he's one of those few fanfic authors that we know of who actually managed to make something of themselves in the literary world.
Yep. Alas.
That's one reason that Sneak and I will never actually tell someone to stop being a writer, because that kid, I can't wait for the one time you get mentioned in a book as that one asshole who spurred me to do this out of spite.
Oh god, he's had the same fucking poll up for the past 5 years.
I don't think that poll's getting finished anytime soon.
No, it was a poll if he should upload more Naruto stories. And the answers were yes, no, and finish Harsh Truth, which he finished 4 years ago. Oh god.
Okay.
Apparently he still posts. Yeah, no, he is still extremely active. He is apparently extremely active on Sufficient Velocity. That is unfortunate. because he doesn't update any of his fanfiction.net stories anymore. But anyway, we aren't here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about, Speaking Days with Psychotic John.
Thank you, TeamViewer Mobile. I've now set myself up. I don't actually have to leave my bed now while my back heals.
Nice.
I can now change my computer videos with my phone.
Nice.
Might set that up on a tablet instead.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Proud.
Okay, so this disclaimer. Even with that summary, I still tend to read those stories just to see where the author goes with it. But this summary is what made me drop the story and instead put it in fanfiction trash. I do not own Ruby. If I did, I would add more men or make the current males more badass. Like, Jesus Rooster Teeth, did you not think about the repercussions of having the series run by women? I'm not sexist or homophobic, but the amount of Yuri and the amount of John harems is just wow.
I mean, he's not wrong about the harem. There's nothing wrong with Yuri. Nothing wrong with harems either. They're just
According to
there.
4chan, Yuri is 0% gay. Because there's no dicks involved.
Yes, 4chan, thank you for your invaluable input.
Oh, 4chan.
Seriously, we all want 4chan to be nuked, but at the same time, we kind of want to keep them around so we have someone that's even lower than whatever we're into.
Pretty much. Jean Arc was afraid. Now, normally he wouldn't be afraid of anything since he'd just stab it. Hehehe, stabbing. Great idea. Maybe I can stab the giant metal death trap. That might solve something, John thought to himself. Maybe I can just hang on to the wings. It'd just be like riding a roller coaster, only 3,000 feet in the air for 2 hours straight and no seats or air, John pondered. He was actually considering jumping onto the wings when the dust plane began to board its passengers. Sighing at his options, he walked into the death trap with his belongings and sat in an empty seat. Looking around, he tried to get a bearing on who his future classmates might be. A little Red Riding Reaper, a white princess rich girl, a cliché sexy blonde chick, and a big guy with a probably even bigger ego, John noticed.
I'm just gonna say this now. He has no way of knowing that Ruby is a Reaper because right now her weapon is a gun.
This is true.
Not a scythe.
This is true. Also, it's
not
it's
immediately
collapsed.
obvious.
Yeah.
It is not immediately obvious what that thing is in its collapsed form.
Doesn't it like basically just turn into a really big fucking long metal brick that she keeps on her back?
Yeah, that can fire bullets.
You're shooting me with a brick.
Please stop. Please stop. Ruby, no. Stop. That is not how weapon design should work.
Like, why is like a crow uses a scythe, right? Like, where did she get the idea to use a scythe from?
Crow?
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Well, still don't know what Summer Rose used, mother. But since we know Crow trained her in the use of a scythe. We also know that Crow uses a great sword that turns into a scythe and also has a hand cannon.
Great. Now I'm imagining Summer Rose as Priscilla.
Well, there's our Dark Souls Ruby crack fic.
He was thinking about finding someone to sit next to and talk to when the dust engine started roaring and his instincts kicked into him in the face. His instincts?
What instincts would those be?
I don't know. I do have to mention though, do bullheads make a lot of noise?
Not that I can remember in the show.
Yeah, because I can't imagine a powdered-based fuel working out too well for what amounts to VTOL engines. At least I assume bullheads are VTOLs based on.
Yeah, they're basically VTOLs.
Yeah.
They're basically just a Pelican.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But based on how I've seen them used in fanfiction and how there's no real takeoff lane, they just kind of rise up.
Yep.
That and the first episode where it's hovering, and jets really can't do that. But,
yeah. I mean, a VTOL jet can, but...
Well, I mean, VTOL jets are not normal jets. They're VTOL
No, they're not.
jets.
Oh, but they're still jets.
Well, I mean, it's in the name, vertical takeoff or landing.
I know.
He considered, blah, 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 blah. He looked at what he had on hand. Oh, this was the other thing that made me fucking put the story into the trash. One, as in the number instead of the word. Pack of mints. One number. Family heirloom. A collapsible shield and a book he was planning to read, believing that his transportation would be something simpler, like an 8-number hour car ride or a 16-number hour walk. I've honestly never seen someone get motion sickness on a train. I mean, planes, I've seen. Cars, I've seen. I've never seen someone get motion sickness on a train, though. Have you?
Not that I can recall.
Hmm.
I'm sure they exist out there.
I'm sure that it probably does, yeah.
The only time I've seen it is in fiction with Natsu.
Yeah.
With all the Dragon Slayers, but most of the Dragon Slayers actually, well, Gajil and Natsu at least.
Then he had an idea that can be argued on whether or not it was good, but it was still an idea. John set an alarm on his watch to 2 hours and stared at his collapsed shield before opening it up. Ignoring all the people around him, wondering why he was opening his shield up in the first place, in the plane, he knocked himself right out on the spot.
Well, it's certainly inspired.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it's different from the normal repetition that you see in every single RWBY fan fiction, where we get a nice long paragraph of John complaining about motion sickness, which we then never see again, because he never gets written inside a VTOL or any form of transportation ever again.
Yes, we know. Jean got sick. Stop telling us. That's probably why people probably don't want to have to keep it up.
Yep. John was woken up by his watch, playing what was on his music player. For some reason, out of all the songs on his playlist, the shuffled song he got was Walking on Sunshine.
Why?
This is another thing I dislike about authors. When authors try to do, like, oh, it just so happened to be completely randomly this one thing. Uh-huh. I'm sure it was totally random. That's the one that popped up.
No, you know what? I will accept that if you give us some sort of documented proof that you just have a massive playlist you just hit play on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
that'd be awesome.
It's like, just say, he said it to that or something, because it's not plot relevant. It's probably it's probably never going to be mentioned again or have any real relevancy beyond, like, the next paragraph at best. So, why does it need to be just completely random? Why can't he have set it to be that, you know?
Yep.
Why do you have to make a showing of it being totally and completely random, just the song you wanted to show up? That's... John groaned as he looked around. Maybe knocking yourself out in public doesn't make a good impression, John thought to himself. But he didn't care. He managed to blaze through the horrid number 2 hours as the dust plane touched down. Sighing to himself, he collapsed his shield and turned off his alarm. Dust, why did I... See, that's do they curse like that in the canon?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
That's something that the fandom uses dust and ohm.
I mean, I find ohm funny because by all technicalities, he is their god.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand how. Oh, dust! Why did this happen?
Well, dust.
That would be like me being like, oh, you know, I get into a car crash and I'm like, ah, hamburger! Why did this happen?
Or gas, gasoline, petroleum, so on and so forth.
Oh, crude oil! Why did this happen?
Okay.
Like, what? Why are you using that as a curse? Why
are you using a common word, a common fuel source, as a curse? How does that make sense?
Or my favorite is when people go, "Dust, damn it!" Like, what? Petroleum jelly, damn it!
Like, no, let's think about this properly within the context of the world. You're sitting there. Let's say this is a legitimate curse. That means if you run a dust store, you are cussing the customer out.
Everyone's
like nobody's business.
Constantly cursing in a dust store. Do you have any of that red dust? Fuck you!
Wait, you meant that seriously. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Well, do you? Yeah, it's aisle 3.
Dust damn store clerk something.
But no, I almost think we should write a one-shot crack fic making fun of that now.
Well, Team Ruby experiences the Mandela effect and gets dropped into a world in which dust is a again bad word. Goes into the store to ask the clerk.
I would actually play it off as the opposite. Is the fanfiction Team Ruby with all their cliches wander into a dust store to buy more dust for ammo, and you know they're using words like they're cursing like dust damn it or oh Monty why, and shit like that, and meanwhile all the patrons and store clerk are just like, what the fuck is wrong with these kids?
Yeah, that. I don't want to touch that. I don't think I could do it justice.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think I could do that kind of comedy skit justice. I'm not sure if you know, Sneaky. I'm better off as just a normal, like, a let's go over here kind of writer.
I suppose. I mean, but I don't know. I think it would be amusing to be writing all the characters as their fanfiction cliches of, Ruby and John are fighting over who gets to be the harem king queen.
Wait, so when does Ruby lose her arm?
Her arm just drops off in the middle of the store.
No, I mean Ruby. Before the Yang thing, there was a short period in which the fanfiction community was obsessed with taking Ruby's limbs. For some reason.
Why? Alright, that she loses an arm too.
Don't worry, Yang. We're matching now. Fucking. Oh my god.
Even better for the cliche is that people love to run with, and I mean I'm sure this is also canon. You know, she raises her arms in shock with Yang's arm falling off. Her arm goes flying off, knocks over dust, causes an explosion on
Oh
Weiss.
god, is that a... Oh good, we're gonna go to the opening episode
Cause
cliche.
yeah, everyone fucking does
Someone,
that.
someone needs to explode. In that case, why don't we just take it a step further and exaggerate like Weiss is a magnet dust explosions?
Exactly, precisely. Um, Nora is just
That
three
still
thousand
might be
percent hyper because
that's
I've noticed there's a distinct difference between how she acts in the game and from what I've seen of Ruby, because I actually have watched some episodes, and how fan fiction likes to portray her.
it's because fan fiction likes to just have fun with Nora.
I know, and I don't blame
I
them.
will say that is still my favorite pairing name so far.
Oh,
Is Ruby and Nora communism?
oh, Hammer, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the fandom is quite
I
clever
understood
with
that
pairing names.
reference.
It's great. It's my it's just the funniest one to me.
Do you should have Yang pull out the shipping chart because everyone loves to use Yang as the shipper. Did you?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
surprised though.
Yeah.
One would think it would be Blake though, since she's always got her face sort of smut.
it, she's buying smut-based dust.
I don't know. I don't think they'd sell that kind of stuff, Sneaky. That now she's buying the ingredients for. Okay, sure. I don't think they just straight up. God, I hope they wouldn't straight up sell that. There are kids that buy this stuff.
I don't know.
You know what? I wonder if Remnant treats hunters like Naruto, like the Elemental Nations do their ninjas.
I
Like,
believe they do because I don't know. This might just be fanon, but it's constantly referenced that in Junior's bar that hunters only need their hunter ID to get drinks.
well, part of that probably comes from the Yellow trailer, in which Yang comes to the bar and is able to get a strawberry sunrise.
Hmm.
We assume it to be an alcoholic version because it's late at night and it's a bar.
Yeah.
So, um, it
Oh,
wouldn't really
is that
surprise
where the
me.
obsession with the strawberry sunrise started?
I think so, yeah.
Because that I just don't understand. It's like whenever Yang orders a drink in fanfiction, it's a strawberry sunrise, and only that. She can
I'm pretty sure.
not drink any other drink besides strawberry sunrise.
Yeah, I am fairly certain it's a strawberry sunrise in the trailer.
Then there's two fanfiction versions of Yang that I've noticed. Either she's a raging drunk, or she can't hold her liquor at all.
Oh boy. That's always a fun combo.
Yeah.
So, you either can hold your liquor or you can't. Which one do you want to be? Eh.
And then obviously Ren is going to be the fanfiction cliche monk, where he's just sitting there meditating, floating in air. Because a fucking...
Ren, how do you keep doing that? And I guess
Nora's crushing steel girders in her palms, because that's how everyone describes her strength.
well, I mean, she is probably one of the physically strongest of the cast.
I
Thanks to her
know.
semblance. You know about her
Yes.
semblance?
Yes.
Yeah, that. Oof.
I actually rarely see it used in fanfiction.
Yeah, it is a bit disappointing. I wish that it came into play a bit more often.
I mean, someone actually brought up a really interesting fucking idea in that she carries around a taser with her. Yeah?
Oh my god, that would be perfect.
Yeah,
Like a
exactly.
Huntsman grade taser. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Although presumably she doesn't even need to do that, because it looks like she can just summon storm clouds to do it herself. If you ever get around to watching it, it's in volume 3.
No, but that's significantly into their hunter training.
Yeah, it is. Um, God, just remember that moment where they unveil it. I'm like, yep, good. She's just hyperactive female Thor.
It was a
God help
well, I mean,
us.
yeah, Nora Valkyrie. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious, but
No, it was this one that I read. It was during the initiation where they were being harder pressed than the initiation canon by the Grim,
yeah.
and Nora takes out a taser and shouts, "Tase me, bro," and stabs herself with the taser. I thought it
Of
was funny.
course he has her yelled at. I mean, I will admit, that's a great moment to just make a meme.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great
Fucking
moment to
hell.
have a reference.
That's a great way to do that. Fuck. Wait, don't you mean don't tase me? I know what I said.
I know what I said. But yeah.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised that hasn't turned into something even weirder in the fandom community that I haven't seen yet.
Honestly, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, we've been delaying again.
Yeah, no, it's 9:40. Good, the stream's over. Later, folks.
Shut your filthy mouth. We're finishing this story.
Oh.
So Dust, why did I download this song? John asked himself as he got his stuff and walking past other people whispering about him, rubbing his head. He noticed the Railroad Reaper getting ditched by the cliche blonde. They can't be friends, otherwise she would have brought with her her cousins? Question mark. Something to remember. Day's State bumped into White Princess, tongue lashing, until she sneezed and it exploded. John had to keep his hand to his mouth, giggling from the incident. Whoever heard of an explosion caused by a sneezing? I mean, I can think of several, and they deal with water and potassium and sodium. But I can think of some. This is a very stable metal. Oh, that's nice. Unless it touches anything with liquid. That's less nice.
Fuck you, nature.
This is a highly explosive metal when it touches water. And this is a deadly, deadly gas. And what happens when they combine? Oh, it turns into table salt, which absorbs water. Fucking what?
All right, Mother Nature. Okay. All right, Mother Nature. God, we need to have a talk. This is not cool.
Oh, you see, you take this car and you take this bomb. And when you put them together, you get a hamburger. What?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say a self-propelled energy creation machine, but that works too.
I mean, it's about as ridiculous. It's like, here's a high explosive that reacts when it touches water, and it's super deadly gas that you basically die within, like, minutes of breathing it.
Seconds and minutes, yeah.
Yeah, minutes
So
of breathing it.
we're gonna combine
It's a agonizing death as your entire body gets eaten by it.
Do you suppose when they were figuring this shit out, they were trying to weaponize it and they just got table salt?
Well, no, table salt's a naturally occurring thing.
No, I know it is, but when they finally figured it out, or like, I wonder if we can combine these. Oh, hey, we found it occurring in nature. Cool. Why doesn't it kill anything?
But
What the
it's just like...
Why? Nature, how do?
It creates a crystalline structure that absorbs water. Fucking... Of all the combinations of those two, that's the last thing that you could assume would happen.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
But just considering the sheer unlikeliness of a highly reactive metal to water, and that's in air. Water's in air too. It reacts to air. So, a highly reactive metal buried deep in the earth without any water near it, and somehow a deadly gas just happens to contact it, and the two mix and turn into salt formations. Enough salt formations to turn like 69% of the world's water into salt water, and leave enough salt deposits across the world to make quarries out of.
Yeah, like I said, fuck you, nature.
Anyway, we got off on a tangent again about fucking salt. Fucking salty right now. The White Princess left the Little Red Reaper, and John had to clutch his chest. She looked like a kicked puppy. Even a socially awkward and insensitive person like himself can't help but fall for the kawaii-ness. John walked over to the Little Red Reaper and extended his hand out, smiling. "Hey there, need help?" John asked with warmth. See, they described him as perverted, psychopathic, and bloodthirsty.
But even he shall bow down before the adorkableness of Ruby.
Well, I mean, I don't think you quite understand. Psychopaths have trouble following laws in general when it comes to not killing people. And that's without them being bloodthirsty.
No, I understand. This is a point you made sure to mention before in past conversations.
Bloodthirsty psychopath is the kind of people you get like fucking Laughing Coffin from Sal. That's a bloodthirsty psychopath.
Yeah.
So
yeah, not fun people to hang with.
So far, I'm not seeing perverted, psychopathic, or bloodthirsty. I'm seeing a little bit crazy, maybe some stab happiness.
Yeah, I guess wanting to stab a metal death trap counts as psycho.
Nah, not even. That's just you being broken. That's not psychopathic.
I didn't say. Never mind.
I know you said psycho, but I mean, this I believe that's what the author thought. Like, oh, he wants to stab a plane.
I know.
Only psycho
I really need to work on my sarcastic tone.
Yes, you do.
I really need to work on it.
You do not do sarcasm.
No, I do it, but unfortunately, because I use the same tone as I do everything else, no one can ever tell. So when I get snarky, snarky and sarcastic are completely different. My apologies. You can usually tell I'm getting snarky though.
I mean, yeah, but I'm always just snarky and sarcastic. But the problem is though, Max, is even if you were being sarcastic and or snarky, I'm almost positive the author actually believes that making him laugh about stabbing the plane with his sword counts as being psychopathic. Because, I mean, what happens next will shock you. The Little Red Reaper looked at his hand and smiled, taking it. Maybe this was his first step to making a friend. She did just explode after all. Maybe she had some pyromaniac tendencies? Hey, aren't you the guy who knocked himself out on the dust plane? She asked. Out of reflex, he let go of her hand and she fell on her butt. Why would that be out of reflex?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know
Even
why
though it
that's a
was
reflex.
purely out of reflex, he still didn't feel all too bad about what he did, but he still helped her up again. Again, if you're trying to show him being psychopathic, this is not the way to do it. So far, he's an asshole with a shitty sense of humor and out of the box thinking. I'm not seeing the psycho part or the bloodthirsty part. Sorry, reflex, he apologized. You know, when someone helps you up, you don't ask them something like that. No, I'm pretty sure you would ask them something like that. A hello or a thanks, my name is blank would have done much better, he said dryly. The red lolly pouted and flailed her arms. I am sorry, I'm just not good with people, she stated and looked down. John had to focus on his manly side so he wouldn't hug the sad, pouting red lolly. Again, bloodthirsty psychopath.
Yeah.
No fucks would be given.
Also, I'm not really certain she counts as a lolly body type.
Um,
No, she's fairly, well endowed, and she is 5'2".
yeah,
5'2" to 5'6" is pretty average for women's height.
yeah. So, yeah, it's. I think this author has some problems. I think this author has more problems than the characters they're writing.
In fact, I think Weiss is closer to being a lolly than Ruby is.
Oh yeah, you're
Let
right.
me let me go double check the heights real quick.
I'm pretty sure Weiss is smaller than Ruby, or about the same size.
I'll let you know in a moment once Google stops being a dick and actually gets searches.
That's okay. I'm not good with people either, so I guess we found something in common. Again,
Uh,
psychopaths do
five
not search out
three
for
and
contact.
oh, fuck off.
What?
5'3" in heels.
Of course.
So she's probably closer to 5 or 4'9".
Probably, yeah.
If that's because she's about the same height as Ruby is. So if that's in heels, those heels look to 2 to 3 inches tall.
I
Jesus
would say that,
Christ,
yeah.
how does she fight in those? It actually just occurred to me how tall those heels are. How does she
Well, I
fight in
mean,
those?
she uses a
Fuck.
rapier, so it's a pretty good question. Considering that I don't really think a rapier is all that useful. Just
She uses the
generally.
rapier as her focus, though. So
Yeah, that's true. But,
she, if she's stabbing something, she's probably fucked.
yeah. Yeah. Alright.
On the bright side, it should go through Grim pretty well, as long as you're not hitting their bone plates.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is I don't think it would do too
Well,
well
no,
against bone plates.
that was showcased. Her rapier doesn't do well against Grim bone plates.
Yeah.
Goes in the soft parts real good though.
Well, I mean, fucking any piece of metal will go into a soft part real good. That's why I'm just a
I don't know.
bit
A
confused by the
rod
choice of a
takes
rapier.
some work, Sneaky, without a sharpened point. Putting that out there. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
but
need
at
to go
that
off on
point you
this.
could just use it to bash the thing.
I need to go off on a quick tangent.
Oh.
I still hate John's new weapon transformation.
Oh?
His sheath can be a shield. It also now attaches to the longsword to become a bigger longsword. for some reason.
Wait, like it attaches to like the grip?
It attaches to the sword, and then it extends into blades. So now it's an even bigger sword.
Why?
I don't know. If I had to take a guess, if you're gonna do that, you're better off going with a kind of weapon that is gonna crush instead of cut. If you're gonna aim for a weighty weapon that's gonna use force and weight as its main driving power, like
Yeah.
if you want this weapon to rely on inertia, I would just as soon use a big ass club than a great sword.
Yeah, honestly, there's not much point in using a great sword.
I mean, it had its uses.
Well, I mean, but
Like,
the thing about
taking
great
down
swords
horses.
is
But,
that
well,
it crushed people, not sliced them. I mean, yeah, it was somewhat sharp, but it wasn't
yeah.
its main purpose.
I mean, honestly, my favorite use of the great sword. All right, we're gonna give you this sword. Cool. You see that group of shields over there? Yeah, go fuck them up. Got it.
Yeah.
Or like the fucking Nodachis in Japan.
Yeah.
All right, you guys hold the sheath. Uh-huh. Now run away with it. Cool. I'm gonna cut down that horse. Oh. Okay, Japan.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah. The horse slaying sword.
That thing was like, and then they managed to find like a Zanbato that managed to survive somehow, but it's fucked up. I was looking at it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't care that it was exaggerated Rurouni Kenshin. The fact that he was able to swing this thing at all is impressive. From Sanosuke.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to quit going off on tangents so we can actually end the stream.
Yes, that is true.
Can we just end the stream now and say it all ended like shit?
No, because it's gonna end like shit, but I want to complain about it.
Oh,
Makes me feel
fine.
better. My name's Ruby Rose. My name's Sean Ark. Ladies love it. Do they really? There's no reason to hate it. Ruby could
Rolls
argue with
of
that
the
logic.
tongue. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's rolls. Rolls of the tongue. Yeah, that is rolls of the tongue.
What the fuck? Come on, man. That was the one catchphrase of his you needed to get. That was it. And
There's
you
no real
fucked it
reason
up.
to hate it. Well, it's a better name than Sunshine, she said offhandedly. John stopped. Sunshine, he asked. Yeah, that's the name that came to our minds after you woke up and you had that song playing and she said innocently. Great, he had a nickname. Hopefully it didn't stick. Music player, motion sickness. I mean, Sunshine is...
It's not something you want to call a guy.
No, I guess not, but it's not a bad nickname as far as nicknames go.
No, it's really not. Like, they tried calling me Sunshine back in high school because for the first week of band camp, I just wore nothing but yellow shirts because it was all I had in my closet at the time for some fuck all reason. And a couple people took that, tried to make fun of me, like, oh, you must be gay. I'm like,
You must be gay because you're wearing yellow.
oh, I was just like, oh, okay. Great thing about being a big guy. When people tried to bully you and they found out you actually didn't give a fuck, it just kind of went away. Because if you did give a fuck, oh god, he might actually beat us. But when you don't, they definitely give up.
What? I still can't get around that logic. He's wearing yellow. He must be gay.
No, okay, so some of them would jokingly call me Sunshine.
Okay.
Right? And a couple others who heard them calling me this tried to imply I was gay. Because some people decided to give me the nickname Sunshine as a result of me always wearing yellow shirts for the first week of band camp.
I'm still not following this logic. Yellow shirts, you get called Sunshine, therefore faggot.
Yes, I didn't follow. That's the biggest reason I was just like, okay, sure, I guess you could call me that if you want. Because, like, guys, I don't follow your logic. Like, If this was middle school, I'd be like, okay, they're just dumb kids. But
Oh,
this is
he's a
high school.
faggot.
This
Yeah.
is high school.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of logic.
Nope, there is no logic here. Gee, thanks God. Just got upstairs,
Really
can't be
should be a comma
helped. You
there.
can't be mad with the double puppy looks. It makes sense. Thanks, Crater Face. Me, scout. Explosion was an accident. Wish I could accidentally make my things explode by a sneeze.
No, hang on.
Wizard.
That would actually be cool.
That would be pretty awesome.
It'd be incredibly inconvenient.
It would be
But
very
imagine
inconvenient for me, because you know how often I fucking explosively sneeze.
But like fucking Sneaky, just imagine. Oops, I accidentally robbed the bank. How did you accidentally rob a bank? Well,
Hay fever.
there was a lot of. I happen to have hay fever today. Oh dear God! You exploded the door, didn't you? Exploded the bank, didn't you?
Oh, my
Oh,
heart. What? Nothing. So I got a thing, brought out her scythe. Well, that's badass. Saw the scythe earlier. It's my baby. Scrap
again, she
metal.
never had the scythe out.
Pretty scythe.
Ah,
Customizable, high impact velocity sniper. It's a gun. When you say that, it's easier for lesser people. Dork with weapons. I mean, I'm not a gun nut here, right?
mm-hmm.
High impact velocities. That's A, incorrect. High impact sniper rifle is the proper term. I don't know what the fuck velocity's doing in there. I
Oh,
mean,
fuck you.
high
That's why.
impact, high velocity is also another term, but that's
I
different. Like,
think that's what it was, but I would
then
have
they
to
fucked
rewatch
up
Volume
on
1 again.
spelling it. But high impact sniper rifle. Okay, it's a big gun.
Yeah, why you
That's what comes to mind when someone says high impact sniper rifle. Okay, so it's a sniper rifle, but
therefore it's a
bigger.
gun. Well, not just that. The fact that she said sniper rifle really should have been enough to clue them in, which I'll admit, the writing in season 1 not that great. And
Yeah,
I
that's fair
felt
enough.
bad for John not knowing what a sniper rifle is.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes me think that wherever he came from, it's really fucking out in the boonies.
Well, I
Like,
mean, supposedly Ansel
I think so.
is apparently not boonies, but
Where did you get that info?
from the
I
amount
mean,
of fan fiction on it.
oh,
That's why I said supposedly. No solid
I
statement there.
I I don't think we have a solid statement on it. It's come on, Ruby Wiki, what can you tell me? Come on, Google, what can you tell me? Thank you.
But no, like seriously, like high velocity sniper rifle, I'd be like, okay, it's a sniper? Question mark. High impact, okay, so it's a sniper rifle, but bigger.
It's still my favorite. I can't wait to meet Jean's family.
Oh yeah, and have
Yeah.
everyone's fanon idea of what his family is blown the fuck out.
Oh, that's gonna be fantastic. But like, Sticky, he has 7 sisters.
Oh, I know. I have seen countless interpretations of what they're supposed to be like.
Yeah. Guys, we don't know this. Why do you keep committing this in your head canon?
I mean,
Stop.
more power to you. But it's a common trend that I've seen as people subscribe ideas before we know them, that if a story contains said pre-released idea, that the author typically does not finish that story. This was a big problem in Naruto. when the fourth Ninja War started and everything that happened until the end is I saw a lot of authors stop writing because they had come up with something else or some other idea or some other explanation midway into it, and they didn't finish in time before the truth was revealed behind X thing that they came up for, and they're like, well, all my motivations to do this now is gone. So, anyway. Sai brought out a short and sealed. Weapons are sword, no swords, family heirloom, shield. No one appreciates the traditional, says the girl with the scythe gun. Made it myself. That's badass. Where we going? I thought you knew. So again, so far, all I've seen is a mildly socially awkward John who is an asshole and a bit weird.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I've yet to see any bloodthirsty, psychopathic perversion tendencies.
Yeah, so far he's just a Jean with an odd tick for beating himself over the head, apparently. So that's everything then.
Yep.
Stream is done.
Indeed, stream is dead. Good night, world. See you on Tuesday.